Do you want to learn some fun indoor activities? Well, we're going to give you 5 on this 5 Minutes with Dad episode.
Welcome to 5 Minutes with Dad, starring Pavlos and Angela Pavlidis, where you get to spend a few minutes with the smartest and coolest kids in the whole world, and their dad, too. And now, here are your hosts, Pavlos, Angela, and Nick Pavlidis.
Who's ready for an awesome episode of 5 Minutes with Dad?
Hey!
Okay, let's start the show.
Hey, what am I? A piece of pizza?
Yeah, a very yummy one, too.
Yummy pizza.
Well, you're not pizza. You have your pepperoni pizza.
I'm a pepperoni pizza.
Okay,
All
then you're not
right.
yummy anymore.
Pavlos doesn't like pepperoni pizza, but
I love
we have
cheese.
Pavlos likes cheese pizza too. All right,
I just
so
like the cheese.
yes, that's true. All right, so we have a fun episode today because it's all about having fun, and a lot of us,
fun.
A lot of us have been indoors for a while, and we're just
because this thing, we're not even at our house now.
yeah, we're still recording this episode in Florida, right?
Ago, or wait, was it a couple episodes?
I don't know.
Well, maybe a couple episodes ago, or in a different episode, we told you about. I think it was the first episode. Not the first episode. But
Yeah, an episode we posted. We record a few at a time, so we don't know which one's going to air when. But a
Yeah.
few episodes ago, we talked about how we're now in Florida for a little bit, right?
Well, an episode.
Yes.
It was like either like the.
It's the one about lemons, right? Making lemons into lemonade.
Oh yeah, that was the first one.
Yes. And we talked about how we're in Florida now, and by the time
episode
this
is
one
this?
airs, by the
Wait,
time
no, how much episodes have we recorded?
I don't know, 4. This might be 4.
No,
All right.
like from
Oh,
one out of
yeah, we're close to 200 episodes right now, which is awesome. And maybe when we do this 200 episodes, we can have a little celebration. We can have a little podcast party. What do you
Yeah,
think?
and we can even have the microphone on. We're gonna like, oh yeah, dance party.
Yes. All right. So we have a fun episode today
I'll be right
because
back.
right now a lot of us have spent a lot of time indoors and we're aching to get outside. And maybe by the time this episode airs, we'll be able to all go outside and play. But while we're inside and when we're inside, it shouldn't limit the fun we can have. And that includes in the summertime and when everything's back to normal, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about 5 ways to have fun inside. And you know what? Even some of the things that we're going to talk about, we can do outside. And maybe we'll say a little bit about how could we do this outside.
I'm back.
Ange is back. Ange ran out real quick, but she's back. All right. But before we talk about fun activities to do inside, we're going to talk about the joke of the week.
Number 1 and number 2.
Yes. All right. So Pavlos usually leads the joke of the week. He starts with the non-knock-knock variety. What do you got, buddy?
What do ghosts like to eat in the summer?
What do ghosts like to eat in the summer? What do they like to eat in the summer?
I scream.
I scream. Wah, 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 wah. We are still recording, so we have to do our manual record. Wah, wah, and then our laugh tracks. Remember the laugh tracks?
To make it a go wah wah wah. Well, we know wah wah wah. We want. Ha 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 ha.
Yes. All right. Joke of the week number 2 of the knock-knock variety. Ange, what you got?
Before I do this joke, both of the jokes that we do in this episode are related to summer or ice cream.
Thank you. Thank you. That's a note from our sponsors, Angela Pavlidis. Go ahead.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Ice cream soda.
Ice cream soda. Ice cream soda. Who?
Ice cream soda people can hear me. Now let me in. Like It's like ice cream soda. Now let me in.
Yes. Ice cream soda. That's what it's supposed to sound like. Oh, I get it. All right. So those are the jokes of the week. Now let's talk about the resource of the week. This one's fun.
Wait, this is
We have a lot of fun with this one. Go ahead.
Before the resource of the week, it's a question from me.
Okay. This question is brought to you by Angela Pavlidis.
Do I have one choker on, one necklace on, one choker and one necklace on, or do I have no choker or no necklace on.
Well, I can see you, and so can Pavlos. So,
It's-
Pavlos, what do you think? Close your eyes and guess.
One choker and one necklace.
What does my
Yes.
necklace say?
Friends.
Yes,
Who
good
did I
job.
give the other part to?
Lila.
Cousin Lila, yes.
What does hers say?
Friends.
I think it says forever. Awesome. All right. So yes, that was the question of the day, brought to you by Angela Pavlidis.
Now we're gonna so there's only gonna be 2 episodes that it's gonna be called a question. Next episode it's next episode that we
that we record. That's okay. Maybe we'll do some questions.
next episode that we record, Dad and Papa's are gonna think of the thing. Why don't we do? Fine, I have one more question thing.
Okay, go ahead.
What color is
Your shirt.
my dad's glasses?
Let me think. They're clear. Oh, you mean the outside of them? They're black.
And one more thing about his glasses. Do they turn into sunglasses when he goes in the summer? I mean, summer when he goes at it outside in the so sunny area, or does it just regular glasses?
Go ahead, Pavlos.
I'm not looking, but they turn into sunglasses.
He's not looking. Yes. All right. So that was a fun little thing, the question of the week. But let's talk about the resource of the week, because the resource of the week is actually the first way to have fun inside, and it is the Mad Libs. It's Mad Libs, and they got Mad Libs for kids.
And fun activities.
Yes.
This is a paid advertisement by Angela.
Yes. So if you want to go to 5minuteswithdad.com/madlibs, that's our affiliate link to send you over there. And that's one of the fun ways to have in time. So Angela, for inside. So Angela, tell people what Mad Libs are if they haven't heard of it. I'm sure a lot of the parents did, but Angela just discovered this, right?
Yeah, I'll give you a little preview. So, well, not a preview.
Okay, while you're looking for a page to read, Mad Libs, they're short stories with blanks, and you have to fill in the blanks. But they become funny because they don't tell you the story. They just give you a list of blanks and what type of word to put in. So they'll say, put a word that's a person, put a word that's an animal, put a word that's an action word, and then you might make a real silly story because the action word has nothing to do with the actual story. So go ahead, Ann.
Bit of a story that I created. Snore no more. Snoring is a loud and often grumpy sound. It could be that can be compared to sawing a piece of giraffe, or to a hungry solution.
You skipped a line. A freight car.
A freight car roaring down the tracks. Fortunately, there was many hungry solutions to keep a snore from clapping.
Yep. So that's just the beginning of it. She goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So
I just want to do number 1 and number 2.
okay, go ahead.
And then drive on your toe instead of on your back. Try skiing without a sleepy pillow.
Yes. So what that is how to not snore. So they give you blanks that say snoring is loud and often blank, and really blank sound, loud and often I don't know sound. Maybe that might be disruptive sound, but we put grumpy because we didn't know.
There's nouns, adjectives.
Yeah, adjectives, nouns.
ING, part of the body. There is some of them have a celebrity.
Yes, there's all sorts of different words that you put in, and you create a funny story. So if you want to pick up a book of Mad Libs, just go to 5minuteswithdad.com/madlibs. All right, so now we're going to tell you the other 4 ways to have fun inside. All right, Angela, go ahead.
So the Mad Libs that I just read a little bit from is called Sleepover Party, World's Greatest Word Game.
Yep. That's the one that Angela's been working in.
And there you go.
And there you go. All right. So that's one way to have fun inside is to do something fun like a Mad Lib, like it's like a silly game. Pavlos, you're going to talk about 2 and then Angela's going to talk about 2, okay? So what's one other way to have fun inside?
Board games.
Board games. Yes. A lot of people forget about board games. They got a whole pile of board games. Pavlos, can you name one board game that you like?
Sequence.
That's a card game, board game. Yep. And it has a board. So it's a board game. And Angela, what?
So, in the Mad Libs, at the very end of the book, like the very end, it's download the Mad Libs today. It's
Yes,
like,
there's a Mad
you
Libs
can go
app.
Download on the App Store. It's really fun because you cannot read the story until you're finished doing all the things. It's just like, and if you're finished, because it will say something, or you can see because it has a little darker, like it could say noun, adjective, celebrity, and then after you're finished doing that, oh yeah, you don't have to pay for the app anyway. After you're doing that, then when it brings you back to the book that you're reading to, you go scroll a little bit under and it shows you, and then you can read it.
Yes. All right. So so there's also a Mad Libs app that makes you do the stories blind, so you don't know what you're writing, and it gets to be fun. All right, Pavlos.
Yep.
All right. So Pavlos, what's the second? So the third way. So number 1 was Mad Libs. Number 2 was board games. Number 3 was what?
Make up your own games.
Yeah. So we make up our own games. We have a lot of fun. One of my favorites to play is called the Go Get It game, where I sit on the couch and I create really tough challenges for the kids to search our house.
For him to relax. Like once when I was playing, I was like, he was like, go get me a blanket, and I went going get him a blanket. Then he was like, go get me a pillow, and then he was like, go get me a drink, and then he was like, go get me some food.
Yeah.
Yes,
so
but
basically he was using Angela to get him something so we could still watch TV.
yes.
Hey, let's
hang
play
on.
the go get it game. Okay. And then we're like, okay. And then you're like, go get me a food. Go get me popcorn. Go get me a drink. Go get me a blanket. Go get me a pillow. Go
Yes,
get me.
but
No, go get me your face.
Hey. So, but the Go Get It game, the way to play it is to think, and even when I did that, you think of creative things. You give challenges so they have to search for things like, get me something that's bigger than a loaf of bread, that's yellow, and that is squishy. And they have to look around the house and try to find something and bring it to you.
We're going to play one round. Ready?
Not right now. We'll play one
just
round.
like one thing.
All right. Get me something that came from a tree and makes you laugh. Yes, Angela got it. The Mad Libs. Pavlos makes me laugh, but he didn't come from a tree. All right. So Angela,
Mom, it's a tree. She does this.
when she stretches, she looks like a tree. All right. What's number 4?
I thought it was number 3.
Yeah, because we moved 5 Mad Libs to number 1. So this was number 3, but now it's number 4.
Oh.
So what's number 4?
Family movie night.
Yes. Oh, we forgot. I said at the beginning we're going to talk about how we could do some of these outdoors. Mad Libs is easy. You sit around in chairs outside and you do Mad Libs, or you can use the app.
On my dad's head.
Yeah. And then the board games, you can play board games outside, or you could play fun games that are like board games outside. Number 2, you could do the Go Get It game, which is basically a scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I want to do my last one.
Hang on. And then family movie time, you could get a projector and project a movie against the side of your house, right? Our cousins do that.
Or you can get a projector and project it on my dad's face.
Yeah, no one will see the movie. All right, so what is the last one?
I thought you were... Oh, yeah, Mad Libs. Never mind. Start your own podcast. Like, just during this part, you can just start your own podcast. Like, my brother started... He was like, did this... He actually made the own character for our thing.
That's right. He did our design for our logo when he was just 3 years old.
Yeah,
and then it
like
was ready.
3 or 4.
He did the logo, I think, when he was 3. And then I said, oh, we got to use that for our show once he said the podcast at 4, right? Mm-hmm. Yep. All right.
But
go ahead.
I started at 2. He started at 4. I was young. He was young. We both were cute. We both were awesome. We both were nice. We both were... And so on.
Yes, and so on and so on. And then we're going to... So how can you do that? You can go and get...
We weren't old.
You weren't old, yes. So what? You just grab a microphone. This is an ATR 2100. Any moms or dads who want to start a podcast, just shoot me an email, nick@5minuteswithdad.com. I'm happy to send you a list of what we use to get started with our podcast. Pavlos has one more thing to say before we go.
Dad wouldn't be a very good screen because he's not a flathead.
That's right. I have a regular face, so I would not make a good screen for your projector.
His back.
All right. So, Mad Libs, board games, make up your own games, family movie time, start a podcast, have some fun. Thank you for listening to 5 Minutes with
Dad.
Bye 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 bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to 5 Minutes with Dad. To connect with Pavlos, Angela, and Nick, subscribe to the 5 Minutes with Dad newsletter at 5minuteswithdad.com.